With our time in the Norse lands finally over, the question has to be asked, where will God of War go next? We know originally they were thinking about making this series actually about Egypt, so perhaps the typical thing would be to go there. There's plenty of references to it in the game. But a recent clue that was revealed by the game director of God of War Ragnarok tells me that either Kratos or Tyr or someone brand new won't be heading to Egypt first, but instead will be heading to whatever the Chinese Empire is. There's so many different time periods to choose from. There's so many different ways we can interact with this great history. I think it's a perfect addition to the God of War franchise. Now, what am I talking about here? Eric Williams was able to speak with the IGN Podcast Beyond Spoilercast folks a couple of days ago, and he had this to say about a very specific animation that Tyr does when the game is over.
We leave it open for maybe there are other things with other mythologies and whatnot, so we'll see where the future of Santa Monica goes.
Now,
I mean, if you pay attention to Tyr, I mean, there's a reason why he does the 6 animations that he does at the end of the game.
Once you beat the game and you're able to find the real Tyr and release him from his Asgardian prison, he goes to different realms and has some pithy kind of reflective conversations about his role in the world and what has happened since he's been gone. The animations he does has a lot to do with praying, meditating, but this one right here, I think it's hard to see anything else but Tai Chi, the relaxing and some would even say spiritual practice that is primarily done in China. Why add this specific animation if there wasn't some reference to it? Why would the game director want us to really look at this to give us a hint of where we're going to go next? It's definitely not Egyptian. I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that it's Mayan, which is another proposed place that maybe the God of War franchise will go. I really think this tells us that there is an attempt, a hope, or maybe even a plan to send God of War to China. Now, are Kratos going to be there? Is it going to be Atreus? Is it going to be Thrud? Are we going to be playing as a completely new hero? I think that is up for debate. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that perhaps Kratos' story as a destroyer is now over and he is now a god of peace. But what do you think? Do you think that this clue was just, again, a bit of misdirection? But why would they add this unless there was some intention here? It's such a specific animation. I don't think that you could say it looks like anything else. And I really don't think that the practice of Tai Chi leads you to any other place but the Chinese pantheon. And what a journey that would be.